The unforgettable Islamabad trip. It was the most awaited morning of the year. The air was full of excitement, and everyone in grade 6 was buzzing around like little bees. Maleeha and Bisma could hardly sit still. The school trip to Islamabad had finally arrived after weeks of waiting, planning outfits, and secretly packing snacks that were definitely not allowed. Maleeha had packed everything: sunglasses, charger, snacks, tissues, and even a tiny notebook to record memories. Bisma, on the other hand, brought nothing useful, except a camera and a huge bag of chips that she swore was for sharing, but everyone knew it wasn't. As soon as the bus started, the adventure began. The teacher shouted, "No standing, no shouting!" And within 5 minutes, everyone was standing and shouting. Maleeha and Bisma sat together near the window, enjoying the cool morning breeze as the bus rolled down the road towards Islamabad. Bisma was humming a random song loudly while Maleeha tried to sleep. Suddenly, Bisma poked her. "Maleeha, wake up, look! A cow just crossed the road wearing a bell. It's so cute." Maleeha opened one eye and groaned, "Bisma, please, that's the 10th cow you've pointed at." But Bisma only laughed and said, "Each cow has a different vibe." By the time they reached Faisal Mosque, everyone's energy was sky high. The teacher told them to stay in groups, but of course, Bisma and Maleeha wandered off to take aesthetic pictures. The white marble of the mosque shone under the sun, and the air was peaceful. Bisma whispered, "Let's take a selfie in front of the big dome." Maleeha laughed, "We'll get caught." "Worth it," said Bisma, already pulling out her phone. Just as they took the photo, they heard the teacher's voice behind them. "Girls, come back here." Both froze. Then Bisma said, "Run." They ran barefoot across the marble, giggling uncontrollably. When they stopped, both were out of breath and laughing so hard that even the teacher ended up smiling. After the mosque visit, the bus took them to Loch Versa Museum, where everyone tried to act serious and educational. But that didn't last long. Bisma kept whispering fake history facts to Maleeha, like, "This ancient pot was used to store biryani for dinosaurs." Maleeha almost burst out laughing in the middle of the quiet gallery. Then they went to Daman-e-Koh, a beautiful viewpoint overlooking the whole city. The wind blew through their hair, and for a few moments, everyone stood quietly, watching Islamabad's peaceful beauty. Maleeha looked at Bisma and said softly, "I wish this day never ends." Bisma nodded. "Same. It feels like the whole world just paused for us." Later, they had lunch at a park. Bisma accidentally dropped ketchup on her white shirt and screamed like it was the end of the world. Maleeha laughed so hard that she choked on her sandwich. "Bisma, you look like a ketchup ad," she joked. Bisma replied, "Well, at least I'm a tasty one." The trip wasn't just laughter, though. On the way back, as the sun began to set, the bus became quieter. Everyone was tired, leaning on each other's shoulders. Maleeha rested her head on the window, watching the orange sky fade into pink. Bisma whispered, "You know, Maleeha, this was the best day ever." Maleeha smiled. "Yeah, not because of Islamabad, but because I went there with my best friend." The bus hummed softly as it drove through the evening light. Some kids were sleeping, some were still giggling, and the teachers were finally relaxed. Bisma and Maleeha sat together, sharing one pair of earphones, listening to music and smiling without saying a word. When they reached back at school, everyone was exhausted but happy. Before leaving, Bisma turned to Maleeha and said, "Promise me we'll always go on trips together." Maleeha grinned. "Always. Even when we're old aunties, we'll still take selfies at Faisal Mosque." Both burst out laughing again, hugging tightly. It wasn't just a school trip. It was a memory, full of laughter, chaos, and friendship. A day they would never forget. A day that made them realize how beautiful little moments can be when shared with a best friend.